Kaza, and yeah, you just may as well go all in. And this is what BNK FearX really built themselves around last year.
They can't dive you if you're diving them.
Exactly. And they would just keep it simple. That's what the drafts were. That was alongside Ryu.
He's pushing away from him.
Yeah, and he missed out on experience, I believe, on that last minion. That's kind of crazy.
He's just getting full zoned, and Knight is...
And there is vision here as well, so Knight might just be able to solo kill him. The Raptor's getting involved, and there is...
It's coming through. If Shun stays, Clear is screwed, and he stayed. So he's flipping it. This is the top lane nightmare. When the wave is frozen on you, you cannot base in that...
There's a snare onto On, but he is just testing the waters, as Kellen has made his way up.
And On is going to actually look.
Flash out. Kellen knows that he's in trouble. Vault Breaker comes through. There's a seismic shot. For the world, as there's a headbutt from On to get him into the back of that Raptor pit. That is exactly where Vikla wanted to be before. And
600 gold lead plus in the top lane. Oh, hit 1,000 there. Knight's gonna kill him again.
That's a solo kill under an inner turret there, Azale. Let's see where the Knight can get. No, he's not going to be able to get out. So
he has, fallen a little bit behind as far as the CS is concerned, but doesn't want to.
There's the flash from Bin. Had that advantage. As now, let's see where the Clear can get himself out of the way. The answer is probably not. As there's the bonk, and Bin picks it up with an Empower.
Nicely done.
Himself a dragon.
Yep, and to talk a little bit about Knight, this guy has been racking up championships. Bin, though, is maybe going to be in some trouble, but he's going to fight in the wave. This is not an easy fight here.
There's the flash off the Vault Breaker here from Raptor. He does have cease and desist, so Bin is likely just going to die here. Does have the counter strike, but it's a good Vault Breaker to come on through. There's the cease and desist. Finally, they managed to take him down, and you could see just how dangerous that was.
Yeah, really. I mean, Raptor obviously didn't want to use the ult, but they're going to run more bot.
Yeah, in the meantime, there's a Pulverize onto Diablo. Great killer instinct to get himself out of the way as Pop Blossom keeps them all busy, but they just decide they'll kill Kellen. Down will go the Cal.
Miscommunication, because On was looking to combo Kellen.
In the meantime, though, we've got even more action. Is now On possibly in a little bit of trouble, but now Raptor finds himself among 3 people. The Cow even able to walk his way out as finally he will go down.
Try to play for these grubs. He's been very active on the map. I honestly really am impressed with how he's playing this. Navigating this Nico matchup is not easy, and they are now going to try to look to set up a dive.
Well, let's see where the Clear can find the perfect ultimate here as he does throw it out, but he gets blocked, and down will go the Ambessa with no real issues there at all. On turns up and grabs himself. As Vikla trying to get the shove out here as we don't get the snare onto Shun, but the wall comes through, gets the flash. Cease and desist, though, delivers Raptor all the way in. That's a great shove as there's the flash. Pop Blossom finding all 3 from Kellen, but Shun just gets out of there. The Cow grabs another one. Once again, as Shun just decides he wants to get himself out of there. Diablo is a little bit scary, and so you could understand it. As Kellen towards his bottom side of the map. In goes Raptor once again, looking to clear out some vision, but down comes Viper as well. Chains of Corruption does come in. Vikla's turned up at the same time, but Raptor, he's already dead, and Bin now joins the fight. It's a good cleanse there from Diablo, and he tries to keep himself alive, but he's out of this one, not exactly healthy enough to help out, and that is just a dead jungler and an almost guaranteed dragon here for BLG.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the dragon. Bin trades the flash and the TP for the cleanse. They're going to go for a dive.
That is a big old Realm Warp as they get the Pop Blossom off onto one of them, but Shun is pretty happy to tank things up. That's a kill for Viper, one for Bin as well, as Clear is at least able to keep things interesting, but he'll be going down. It's a double for his opposite number, and an ace for BLG.
It's a 15-minute ace in a 5v5 under your own tower here. BLG are leaving no doubts in this game. Absolutely stomping FearX here in game number 1.
Just didn't quite find the value that he was looking for underneath that turret. That Pop Blossom could have been devastating, but not to be the case. And now we're sitting at almost a 6,000 gold lead. We're heading towards blowout territory here in game number 1, as Raptor will be able to steal away a dragon. So there is at least that. Yeah, not too bad. No double dragon that I was worried. You know, the worrying sign hasn't begun. As we do have Shelly getting involved as well. She's going to get a headache, but it will be BLG taking down this outer turret in the mid lane, opening up the map completely. And BNK, what are we going to be able to do to find something? Well, we're just going to start more fights. That's going to be the plan. As let's see whether Raptor is going to be able to make this one work. Double Pop Blossom to come through from Kellen as he gets amongst it. But they're a little bit out of sync. And down will go the Nico. BLG just kind of weathering it.
Look at bot. No one is answering Bin. They moved everyone there because BFX realized this game is already cooked. You can't just sit and look for regular plays and play side lanes. You're going to bleed out. So they send everyone to try to really hard force this play. But BLG BLG are able to absorb it pretty easily. It does cause some flashes on Knight and Viper, so the representation here. This is the first time we've seen a new mid laner from the LCK in forever, as Knight may be going to get dove here.
Yeah, there's a cease and desist. Pop Blossom comes on down there as he is delivered into the open arms of Diablo, and Raptor manages to tank up the turret successfully. Kellen probably didn't want to take that last shot, but now the rest of BLG are closing in. They do have a man disadvantage, though. And Bin has teleported forward. Clear turns up as well. All 5 of BNK are in the mix, but On keep himself available with that ultimate. There's the public execution, and Shun is going to take down Raptor. They look to try and get one back, as now Shun, is he going to be able to survive? Oh my god, he is. As now Vikla dealing with Bin as best he can by dying. That's kind of the only option you really have here, is now Shun chasing down Kellen, and he's dead as well. Yes, you managed to kill Knight.
To start off that fight, and he is just soloing 3 members in the back line. It's a fight that is dominated. It is a 20-minute Baron, and it is 21 kills for BLG before 21 minutes in. They both have that stasis here at pre-22 minutes. There's a locket completed. Viper's on 3 full items. So everyone is very, very strong at this point, and Shun don't have that international experience. Maybe haven't had as much experience traveling and playing at these big events, and they are going 2019 until Vikla qualified here, which is very, very cool. Obviously a tough game 1, but still, it's nice to see a new team, a new mid laner, new face kind of popping up here in the LCK and showing that they can actually mix it up with those legends who have been dominating that league for so long.
Yeah.
Top lane gets killed by an early gank. Tough for a jungler when both your solo laners are getting solo killed very early on in the game.
On the map. I mean, there is money to be made here for BNK if they can get towards these structures. As, oh dear, Kellen is going to be very, very dead, as that is going to be Viper with a last auto attack, and that will be able to take down the Nico. Not very lucky, not able to escape.
So there's so many tools that BLG have, and they can just throw everything at Diablo, because as long as Diablo isn't hitting, you have no damage.
Well, Bin is going to look for clear here, as he does have the ultimate available. Changes position as they take down Viper. This could actually be a good start to this fight, as now Knight has been separated as well. It is Diablo going for something a little more aggressive than he probably should, and now the Realm Warp is going to deliver. Bin,
and as a result, he dies, and as soon as Diablo's down, there's no hope left in the fight for them.
Yeah, let's have a look at it again.
Yeah, the angle is good. BLG are looking for a fight, and BFX say, hey, we can actually find something here. Raptor Q flash, they one-shot him, but then watch this. As Diablo, I think he cleansed nothing, but does get Q flash. Really nice setup there from On. Knocks him right into the waiting arms of Bin, into that counter strike.
And they'll be able to start creating a bit of an advantage from this buff. Is Diablo off to the side. We're going to try and take down some of these. We do have a bit of a collapse onto Shun. Vaultbreaker comes down. There is the Weaver's Wall as well to block off the reinforcements, and the GA was popped. Down goes Shun. There is at least another one, but the counter-strike onto 2 from Bin. He makes his way into the back line, and pop goes Diablo. Man, he presses W, and people die. That is just what it looks like here as Knight teleports his way in. There is a reposition from Clear to try and keep them busy, but he is now just going to try and go for a bit of an escape here, and I don't know whether it's quite going to work, because now Bin just needs a couple more cooldowns, and Clear will just be dead.
Yeah, that is a level 18 Jax. That leap strike is a short cooldown, buddy.
At least he's level 18 and not level 20, because that would be worse. As all right, BLG going to break open the base here, and I think this might be the end of the game. 11,000 gold the lead, and just a couple of Nexus turrets to get BLG towards a 1-0 start in this best of 5. Pop Blossom only onto 1. That is not exactly what you want, as now Raptor just desperately trying to deal with the minions, but there are 2 cannons taking down these Nexus turrets, and down will go the Nexus here in game number 1. Utter dominance from BLG, as they will go 1-up in the series.
Damn, 29 kills in 29 minutes here. I thought we were going to be